Welcome back, everyone. I'm Mike Joyce. A chilly day in the valley today, but at least we did have some abundant sunshine. Now that the sun's gone down, our satellite's still showing mostly clear skies across the region, some thicker clouds to the west, although I think most of those are starting to dissipate, and I think we're going to stay mostly clear as we go throughout the evening tonight. But as we take a farther look west, we can see all these thunderstorms blowing up across the plains. It's a pretty interesting look of how fast and rapid some of those thunderstorms are developing. Of course, not causing us too much trouble over here. The closest precipitation is right across in Illinois and Indiana, although I think most of that's going to scoot to the south. And we are going to stay dry at least through the day on Memorial Day, which is great for some of us who will be cooking out and enjoying the holiday. Right now, though, it doesn't seem like it's going to be very warm. 44 degrees, the current temperature, dew point at 30. The wind has calmed down, though, west-northwest at 6 miles per hour, and visibility, though, 10 miles there. So it's not too bad. It's at least the redeeming factor is that it's mostly clear out. Today's high, 61. That is 10 degrees below average. And this morning, we tied a record set back in 1956 of 30 degrees. Some reports of frost as well. It was certainly a very cool morning across the valley, and we can see where that cold air is, at least across the lower Great Lakes. Detroit at 52, St. Louis still at 67, and Washington, D.C. only at 60 degrees today. So it's a very cool day, although we are going to start seeing this cooler air mass start to scoot farther to the east. Now tomorrow it'll still be a rather cool day. Temperatures still a little bit below normal. But as we go throughout the day and get closer to the day on Monday, we have a warmer air mass that'll be scooting in for the day Monday. And I think once we get to our Memorial Day, we'll have some warmer conditions and we'll keep those nice clear skies. I think it'll be a great holiday for us here in the valley. Tonight, though, very chilly, 34, mostly clear. We could see some frost on the lawns in the morning, especially in outlying areas. Right now, we do have the counties to the north under a freeze warning. That would be Trumbull and Mercer counties, Mahoning, Columbiana, and Lawrence counties under a frost advisory this evening. So it will be a chilly one, 66 tomorrow, though, mostly sunny. It'll be a mild day, though, still a little bit below what we normally see this time of year. But we'll be right back to normal on Memorial Day Monday, 72 degrees, room temperature, beautiful day. That warm front comes through Tuesday, 77, and then we really see those temperatures ramp up on Wednesday, 85, and it looks like by the end of the week we could see our first shot at some 90-degree temperatures as we enter the first week of what is considered summertime.
We better not complain because we've been so cold. So
I know. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. I'm looking forward to those shorts on Memorial Day.
All right. Thanks, Mike. Up next on 21 News, another train collision, this time in Missouri. Then our meteorologist Mike Joyce joins us back in the studio to talk about his experience in Oklahoma during this week's deadly tornado.
Hi.
Tonight, the difficult cleanup and recovery continues in Moore, Oklahoma, in the wake of a deadly tornado that left a path of destruction 17 miles long and in some areas almost 2 miles wide. As the community continues to work through what's left, today hundreds of families did get at least a few hours to feel normal and even celebrate. Jay Gray explains.
Tons of debris has already been pulled away, even though it's hard to tell. Since the storm, families have spent most every waking minute working through what's left of their community. But today, many here stopped for a few hours.
We've had incredible loss, but with you and for you graduates, we will take the time to celebrate your accomplishments.
Saturday was graduation day for seniors from all three Moore high schools.
We entered Moore schools in '99, so we entered with a tornado and we ended with a tornado. We have survived and we will keep going.
As the graduates walk across the stage and into the next chapter of their lives, survivors continue to walk through the scattered remnants from what's left of theirs.
It's not destroyed, it's not damaged, it's not water soaked, it's gone. And it left in seconds.
Before the storm, Dr. Keith Lane's family practice was here.
To your right was the waiting room over here.
It's where for years he took care of broken bones, aches, and injuries. But the scars here now are deep, the pain intense, and there's just no clear prescription for a recovery.
How do you deal with this stuff where do you go with what happens to you?
Questions so many continue to ask in this battered community. Jay Gray, NBC News, Moore, Oklahoma.
Meteorologist Mike Joyce was storm chasing near Moore when the tornado hit on Monday. He and some colleagues actually saw the massive twister form, and that must have been an awesome sight, yet probably very nerve-wracking and downright scary.
Yes, it certainly was. We went out to Oklahoma, a trip I had planned with some friends and colleagues about 3 months in advance. So we certainly had no idea, at least when in the planning stages of this trip, that this would happen. And this is video in a field. This is Newcastle, Oklahoma, where we are right here. And this is just after this tornado touched down. And in this video, we will see how rapidly it intensifies. It goes from a very small EF0, EF1 tornado to about EF4, EF5 in just around a time frame of 5 minutes. It grows and grows and grows. Of course, our vantage point, we are safe here. We do start to run back a little bit, but we did feel safe during the whole time, but it certainly was a very humbling experience, and I certainly brought a lot of severe storm forecasting knowledge back with me.
Seeing that base expand, it probably was, what was going through your mind as to, what could this really do to the people in this area?
Right. Well, at first we were all very excited since a lot of us have never seen tornadoes before, and as meteorologists, that's an exciting thing. But the tone definitely changed very quickly. We went from jumping up and down, excited, and then, of course, we turned into concern for those residents of then going into more.
All right. Okay. Thanks a lot, Mike. Now, coming up in sports, Bucco's bats. Mike will tell us how 4 swings at the plate made the difference for the Pirates in Milwaukee today.
Like 21 WFMJ on Facebook.
Back it up with a Sprint Cup victory there tomorrow.
Okay. And, it's nice to have Mike back safe
Yes.
and sound after chasing storms in Oklahoma. You didn't expect that you were going to be witnessing such a deadly tornado.
No, absolutely not. I was there about a mile away from the tornado that hit Moore, and I actually did bring a newspaper from Norman, Oklahoma. This was published the day after the tornado passed through Moore. So it certainly was a nightmare for them down there. The death toll a lot less than originally thought. But of course, our thoughts and prayers go out to them as well. I was about a mile away and saw the tornado drop down, and we got out of the way as soon as we realized it was building up really fast. So we're safe, but unfortunately, the damage was a little more than we had hoped for. I mean, of course, we always hope for none, but unfortunately, that didn't happen.
Yeah, on the analytical end, from your, what you go out there for, it's exciting to see something like that, but you don't want it to have that effect.
Correct, right. We certainly didn't anticipate that happening, but we did have a great time, learned quite a bit about severe weather forecasting, and that was really our goal, and I certainly came back with that information.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll have more local news tonight, and any breaking news, log on to WFMJ.com. Join us at 11 for more local news. NBC Nightly News is next.
You've been watching 21 News, our Valley's #1